Well, if you're watching this episode, that means the force is strong with you. Welcome back to another issue of Words with Nerdz. As always, it's the Triple S group. You have me, Sundance Kid himself, aka DJ.
You have me, Slick the Big Rodriguez.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Vince, aka Space Case. Welcome to issue 57. Welcome back. This week, or rather today, we're talking about Star Wars Visions, which is on Disney Plus right now. If you guys haven't seen it, oh my god, you're missing out. Man, let's just dive right into it, huh? Oh, you know what? First things first. Let's talk giveaway, boys. Victor, what are we giving away?
We're giving away this cool, awesome Spider-Man 2020 statue.
Ooh.
You see that it's him and doing his drastic action pose as he's jumping away from a barrage of Green Goblin grenades.
Oh my god.
It's like a very cool gallery art statue. There are only so many made, and it's one of the really fun exclusive ones that can actually be wall mounted. So please comment, like, and subscribe to be entered into a chance to win this. We're giving it away. It's very cool, and we're giving it away next week for the next episode.
Yeah.
Correct?
God, oh my god, that thing looks so cool, man.
Awesome.
I said it once, I say it again. I wish I could have entered in the giveaway because I kind of want it, but
It was the
whoever
last
gets
one.
it, I'm
company
envious.
wide. It was the. I'll say this. It was
Is
the
it
last
really?
one company wide. Yeah, I was so pissed because I wanted to buy one for myself, and I bought it, and I was like, "All right, cool." And then I checked company wide. I'm like, "Oh, fuck,
Nothing.
nothing."
Hey man, happy holidays to a special subscriber out there. So we'll announce the winner next week. Yeah, we're doing Star Wars Visions. Like I said, it's on Disney Plus right now. You guys check it out. At least watch the trailer because DJ talked about it in our first 10 when we had those. And I watched the trailer and oh my god. Like DJ hyped me up on it. But then I watched the trailer and I was double hyped on it. This thing, it looks so cool. If you haven't seen it, if you have no idea what it is, basically it's Star Wars in anime form, and it is a anthology series. So every episode is its own story. It goes all the way from the beginning of time in the Star Wars timeline to way out past Kylo Ren and Rey. And there are so many Easter eggs, callbacks, homages, like, man, so much greatness in this show. Again, I'm not just saying it to say it. If you guys are watching this, check it out. If you have Disney Plus, mine as well. It's one of the better series in the Star Wars category, in my opinion. So what we're going to do is we've each picked one favorite episode. There's 9 total. They're all, what, like 20 minutes? So we picked one favorite, and we're just going to quickly go over them, why we like them, and hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm actually going to kick things off because why not? So, like I said, there's 9 episodes. My favorite one is episode 3, which, by the way, maybe you guys can agree, skip the fuck out of episode 2. It's weird. Don't watch episode 2.
Did you watch it consistently?
I watched 1 through 9, and I got to episode 2, and I was like, maybe I should turn back because this is.
No, I had to give myself space to watch the episodes. I couldn't watch the whole thing at once. I was like, oh fuck, there's a lot of differences in this animation that kind of threw me off.
Yeah,
the quality of story.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys like that before we go into the episodes themselves? So there is a lot of contrast between animation style, music, themes, pacing. Like every episode is truly very different from each other.
I'm brought to our episode of Love, Death, and Robots, where like we kind of had that similar situation of just so many different styles, and like there was no linear plot, which I thought was cool because I thought there's 7 different companies or production companies that did these 9 episodes. So I felt like it kind of gives everybody their own thing. Like if you're really into samurai and Japanese Legends. Like there's episode 1 or episode 7 for you, and like if you're into kind of lighter, more lighthearted stuff, and kind of fluffy anime, there's an episode for you there. Like there's tons of different stuff that you can take from it. So I kind of enjoyed the fact that we didn't have like that it was an anthology series and that there wasn't a lot of connected plots. I thought they were kind of like their own little worlds, and it kind of gave something new to each of them. And you could kind of, it was cool because you could kind of make a series off of each episode, I think. And that kind of, you know, having that variety in an anthology series is always fun. You know, as we all know, we're big anthology boys around here. We all love our anthology shows. So I think so.
I love little Easter egg shows and movies and stuff like this where not a lot of people know about them, but then you find them and you're like, why isn't everyone talking about this?
Right.
Which I would definitely be more apt to cover things like this on our page, but in all fairness, this is a YouTube page, and we, as much as we love doing it just for the three of us, we want to do things that people know already and that also enjoy it, instead of us just being three people talking in our own little bubble. So this definitely calls for breaking out of the mold and talking about something that's not really mainstream. Let's get into it, guys. I'm going to start this off, and like I said, there's 9 episodes. My favorite one was episode 3, and it's called The Twins. So what this is, it's between, obviously, there's 2 twins. Their names are Am and Kare. They are just like Luke and Leia, but spun to the dark side of things. So instead of being 2 twins born into the Jedi kind of bloodline, family bloodline, they're on the quote unquote light side. There are 2 twins that are on the dark side. Am, definitely a homage back to Mark Hamill, and Kare, come on, Carrie Fisher. So that was kind of cool how they did that.
Neil Patrick Harris, right?
Neil Patrick Harris.
He's the voice actor for this one.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, it's him and then Brie Larson.
I did not catch that. I was like, no, he's not in this. Sorry.
Actually, it's Allison Brie.
Allison Brie, yeah. My bad.
Andy, we try not to over-sexualize her.
Wait, Allison Brie is the voice of Am?
Yeah, that's why I remember watching that episode being like, oh shit, I recognize these guys.
That's so cool. I'm actually rewatching Community right now. That's very fitting. But yeah, it's kind of an homage to Luke and Leia's storyline, except for it's the dark side of things. Am, the sister, has taken on more of the Sith role, while Kare, the brother, kind of wants to flip her back to the good side, the light side. And we get an appearance from them both right away. They've both got Darth Vader-esque suits with helmets and everything. And almost immediately, Kare breaks out of it, and he's got more like a Han Solo kind of vibe. So right off the bat, a lot of callbacks to different series. We got Darth Vader, Luke, Leia, Han Solo already being pulled in. So the story is basically Kare is not only trying to flip his sister back to the good side and have her rejoin him in the Jedi lifestyle, but there is a kyber crystal, which if you guys are Star Wars fans, you know that a kyber crystal is just another word for a lightsaber crystal. It's the crystal inside of the saber that makes it become the saber. So Am's got this super powered crystal, and they start fighting over it, and they're doing the force pull between the crystal, and all of a sudden the crystal splits in half and breaks, and each of them get a half of it. And that is another callback to Kylo Ren and Rey from the newer franchise. So yeah, they both get a side of the crystal, and it powers them up more than we've probably seen any character in the Star Wars universe. Am gets not only 2 sabers in she's got 2 hands, so she gets 2 sabers, 1 in each hand, but then she breaks out in these mech arms. She's got 4 additional arms, so 6 sabers at once. Another callback to General Grievous. And yeah, man, so many callbacks. They like threw so many things in this. So the story itself is chef's kiss. The animation style, I think this is probably, in my opinion, my favorite type of animation style. Just the bold lines, the background, how it kind of, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. You guys just have to watch the episode and see if you like it. But I'm not going to spoil how it ends. It's mostly a big fight scene between the siblings, and it ends in a really cool way. So that's going to be my pick. We'll go. What do you guys think about this one? Do you guys like it?
I like the talent on it. It was pretty good.
I had no idea that Alison Brie was the voice. That's cool. That's really cool.
How did I know this?
I think it's no. I thought it was. I thought it was really fun. And I think, like most Star Wars adaptations, I think they need to find a balance between, like, because make no mistake, in Star Wars, there's always a war being fought. There's always, and with war, you have to see the ugly side of things. But like Visions kind of does this really cool thing of like giving us this very beautiful and lush anime, and they have the themes in there of like war and Star Wars and all of that, and they put it together and it makes this beautiful story and a beautiful cinematic in this case animated kind of stunning visuals, and I think we kind of get sucked in. And this kind of like the downside to Visions, where we only have 20 minutes with these characters, with this story, with this anime, and like we're kind of just wanting more as we watch these episodes. We want to see. That's the bad thing about anthologies. Whereas if you fall in love with an episode, you want a series. And sadly, or maybe not so sadly, they kind of are like, all right, that's it, this is done. But I think season 2, hopefully we can get continuations of these stories, but you never know with the anthology series, so we'll see. But fingers crossed, because that was one of the best episodes of Visions by far, in my opinion.
I'm still muted. Wow.
I was like, why is he so quiet?
Just see my mouth moving.
It's Vince.
I was waiting to see like the Kung Pao moment where it's just like, what do you think, Vince?
Yeah, I hired a dub.
It's good.
To my voice for this.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to agree with that. It is one of the best ones. There are definitely other picks that were really good. It was tough to pick which was my favorite, but gladly, I can live vicariously through you guys. So, Victor, let's talk about your favorite pick, man. Which one did you pick as your favorite?
So we were talking about Easter eggs and stuff like that, and I'm like super about like just the history and weird stuff of things. My pick is the first one in the whole thing, which kind of I thought that was going to be the setup style for everything. Was the first Visions episode, which is the Duel. I don't want to spoil a lot of it just because it's one of those stories you only get 20 minutes, and it's one of those that you could enjoy the whole thing, but it follows a master swordsman. They make it very much like the movies that George Lucas based his stuff off of, which is the original like Japanese samurai films. So even if you pay attention to like I thought the fucking animation was beautiful. If you pay attention to the animation work, you get that hard like, wow, this is like the 80s style anime. And then you get the vibe of the movies that were based off, because you can actually see like they purposely did it to where you could see the film cuts that you would see in the classic movies where where they're playing it, you see like film cuts where it's going through. It follows a swordsman and his droid as they go to a village, and they find out that there is a group of bandits that pillaged Imperial stormtrooper weaponry. And then you find out that the bandit leader is a Sith Lord. And you see this unnamed warrior kind of there. And there's so much badass shit that I don't want to say. But just like some of the fights with there was beautiful. Watching him obviously he's force sensitive, because the samurai was essentially what George Lucas based the Jedi off of. Like he based it off of it. So it was really cool seeing that. Like whoever made that one had to have known the history of Star Wars like in and out. It was just like, this is what he based it off of. Let's honor that. Even giving the lightsabers that they used a hilt was like, I feel like that was still, it was weird, but it was kind of cool. You know what I mean? Was that weird?
No, no.
That was weird?
No.
All right, cool. I thought that was amazing. I thought watching just the combat style and watching this kind of unnamed master go through it. And then finally, you know, when you get, his name's Ronan, the only spoiler I will be giving, his name is Ronan. It was cool seeing this character's really interesting development and then him having his Grievous moment. Like the General Grievous taking a trophy moment. I did like that. I thought it was the best one, honestly, just because it paid homage to what it was, the source material. It wasn't too convoluted of a story. It did base a lot of it off of like some of the Star Wars books where like a lot of different civilizations like bandits, they did end up stealing, you know, the leftovers from the Imperial Guards. They ended up taking like stormtrooper armor, stormtrooper tech, and being like, you know what, we got some very powerful heavy artillery. So it's cool that they were able to do that and do it in a samurai style, because I will show you something. I'm a huge samurai fan. I do samurai cosplays all the time.
Did you make that just for the episode?
Yes, I did. I actually have I have 2 swords in the bag. I love it. So I'm sure these guys.
I'm a samurai. So
I am a samurai. I tie my hair back. Look at that. I loved it just because so much of it is just part of the just the fanfic that I love. I'm a big fan of the Star Wars samurai fanfic, and just watching that done so much better than what I've seen for their designs and their stories. It was really cool. There was a part like, damn it. It's like one of those things where like, you know, when you know an iconic scene and if you say it, someone's going to be like, that's going to be at the end of the show.
Don't spoil it. That's the good thing about this one. This is the first episode that he's talking about. So the one you picked is the very first episode. So I mean,
I'm not spoiling it, but
I would say at least give this one a shot, because this is probably one of the best ones too.
But don't expect it to be that, because that's what I expected. And then when I watched the second one, to be that style, where I'm just like, holy shit, I'll watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it's all anthology. Yeah, so everything is different. Everything is drawn different, animated different. The music is like every single episode has a different feel and vibe to it. I loved this one, how the history of the knights and just the whole Star Wars world. Like this is kind of early world for them, where everything is kind of just getting started. They call back to the hilts themselves, like they're just blades, and they don't retract at all. When you push the button, they don't retract. You have to
they have to
put
do
it
like
in a hilt.
Yeah, they have to do the takeout.
Super cool. I love, just like you were saying, obviously whoever wrote this one knows their Star Wars history, and they call back to the samurai origins. Really gets you thinking like, okay, well, we know obviously way down the road how things end up. So this is kind of cool to see where everything is stemming from. And wow, my cat just slid across the floor into all the Christmas presents because we have hardwood floors. Anyways, yeah, I wish, and I know it's coming sooner or later. There's definitely going to be a movie or show, and I think there's a game announced maybe that is taking place in early Star Wars world.
They're making a book
early in the timeline
because of this episode of Visions. They're making a book following this particular Master Ronin. Which the only thing I will say is I do not like the name is cool if it was just Ronin or you just called him Master, but then when you do both, I was like, it's weird. But I thank you guys.
Cool, man. Yeah,
that was my favorite. Sorry.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, definitely a really good pick. DJ, last and final pick. Which one did you go with?
Okay, before I do my final pick, I just want to take a quick 30 seconds and say, if you guys are watching this episode and you've already seen Star Wars Visions and you like that type of thing, I would also recommend watching Halo Legends, which is free to watch on YouTube. It is almost exactly the same as this show, except it deals with the Halo universe, which, if you don't know, Halo is a video game. It is one of the biggest video game franchises to be out there. And I would highly recommend watching that just because it's similar to this, except they have 6 Japanese anime production houses instead of 7. And there are 7 short films. So you can watch those. I think they are amazing, and I would highly suggest checking them out if you're a fan.
Cool.
Yes, Victor.
If we're doing this quick plug-in before you start yours, I am a huge fan of, and I don't know if you guys are as well, of the Matrix series. Mm-hmm. If you guys are ever bored, on YouTube as well, there is the Animatrix. Check it out.
Okay.
And they are both.
Listen, I got hold on. There's a show on YouTube. It's these 3 dinguses, and they talk about nerd shit. It's called Words with Nerds. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. If you like this show, you'll probably like that one too.
Moving on, my episode is T0B1, which is
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm sorry.
It's kind of an acronym for Toby, who is actually one of the main characters in the episode. He is a droid, and he has try not to give too much away, a professor that created him called Professor Mataka. I will not get into the specifics because literally anything I say about this episode will give something away. So I will say that this story is about kind of hope in the darkest of times and still having a smile on your face and kind of weathering the storm. This is shortly after the Jedi Purge, which, for the uninitiated, the Jedi are the good guys in Star Wars, and they're like this group that can control the Force and wield the Force and believe in good and balance and all of that. And one of the main things in Star Wars, what is happening right now?
I think my neighbor's probably doing something. Hold on.
Okay, so I will say that
fucking amen. This episode, we got cats crashing into trees, neighbors taking showers. This is how you know this is not a big production.
So to not get into too much of the episode, I don't want to give anything away because it's a really fun episode. But it's about like kind of finding the hope in the darkness, and the Jedi Purge was just what it sounds like. The Jedi were betrayed by those that were closest to them, and they were left nearly extinct. So this kind of follows that same lead, and it's kind of just like when all else fails, you have to believe in yourself is like one of the main themes of this episode. And I really don't want to give anything away, but just know
this one's tough, man.
Yeah,
there's only so much you can give away without giving it away. I will say it's a cute one. If you like the cute, it's definitely a cute one.
Yep. So that's all I have to say.
It's tough to explain this one again, but definitely I would put this in the top 3 for sure.
Sorry, that noise is my neighbors showering.
Oh, it's all
yeah, it's a top episode for sure.
I've seen the robot in this episode, Toby. He's definitely on the cover of a lot of the promo for this show. He's like definitely eye candy. A lot of, especially for no offense to you, DJ, but he's for kids. Like he's very appealing for kids because he's cute and friendly.
Offense taken.
None offense taken at all. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like this is a good place to close out the episode. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, that was the last of my hooch, and I'm just gonna sign off and say, guys, believe in yourself, believe in the Force. It is all around us, and thank you for watching and listening to this issue 57 of Words with Nerds. As always, it is the Triple S crew here signing off. It's me, Sundance Kid, aka DJ.
It is me, Slick, the Vic Rodriguez.
And it's me, Space Case, aka Vince. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. We will see you in the next one.
Peace.